18FT 305 Basis of Fiber, Yarn and Fabric Manufacturing. The unit 1 is Natural and Man-made Fibers. In this unit, we are going to discuss about introduction to fibers, definition of stable fiber, filament, yarn, threads. Then classification of natural fibers, man-made fibers, properties, essential properties, desirable properties, production, cultivation and chemical properties of natural fibers. For example, cotton, silk and wool. Production sequence, physical and chemical properties of viscose rayon, polyester, nylon. Application of natural and man-made fiber. These are the topics we are going to cover in the first unit. The first topic is the basic is fiber. What is fiber? It's a raw material for any textile material. Fiber is a unit of matters characterized by length, fineness, flexibility, strength and a high ratio of length to thickness. So, fiber is a unit of matter So, this unit means cellulose, pectin, ash, etc. And it is characterized by length. Length is one of the prime factor. Length, fineness, flexibility, strength. These are the essential properties required for a textile fiber. And a high ratio between length to thickness. For example, 1500:1. This may be the length of the fiber, this is the thickness of the fiber. So, a product which fulfill the requirement of all these properties. For example, 1:1500 length thickness ratio and it has very good length, fineness, flexibility, strength, means it is a fiber, textile fiber. Okay, fiber is a unit of matter characterized by length, fineness, flexibility, strength and a great ratio of length to thickness. This product is called fiber. Next is stable fiber. Stable fiber, the fiber which has limited length is called stable fiber. For example, cotton around 1 inch length is a stable fiber. Stable fiber which has limited length, definite length is called stable fiber. Normally, all the natural fibers, cotton, jute, flax, ramie, all are in stable form only, stable fiber only. Except silk. Silk is a filament, it's a continuous filament yarn. Except silk, mostly all the natural fibers are stable fibers. Next, filament. A fiber which has indefinite length is called filament. For example, best example is silk. All the man-made fibers are filament yarns. Silk and man-made fibers are filaments. Next basic term is yarn. A product of significant length and a relatively small cross section consisting of fibers. with or without twist is called yarn. A product of significance or substantial length and relatively small cross section consisting of more fibers. The fibers are twisted together to form a yarn. Next is sewing thread. Sewing thread is a flexible small diameter of yarn with a surface coating, for example lubrication, and it is used for stitch 2 or more pieces of material. Is a sewing thread. Sewing thread is a flexible small diameter yarn which has surface finishing, for example lubrication, and it is used to stitch 2 or more pieces of fabric. That material is called sewing thread. These are the, so far we discussed about what is fiber, what is staple fiber, what is filament, what is yarn, what is sewing thread. These are the fundamental terms of textiles. Next topic, classification of textile fibers. Classification of textile fibers. We can classify the textile fiber based upon some categories. The first category based upon the nature and origin. For example, nature and origin means it is derived from natural source or man-made source or chemical source. And second category, it is based upon botanical, zoological or chemical name. Third one is the ability of attract water. The moisture absorbency property of fiber is also one of the category for classification of textile fibers. For example, cotton has very good moisture absorbency. Polyester has less moisture absorbency. So based upon this factor also we can classify the textile fibers. The last one is based upon their utility. For example, the end use, based upon the end use also we can classify the textile fibers. So textile fibers can be classified based upon the nature and origin, botanical, zoological, chemical name, ability of water absorbency and their utility. These are the categories we can classify the textile fibers. Normally, the textile fibers are classified into two categories. First one is natural fiber. Another one is man-made fibers. Natural fibers, man-made fiber. This is the basic classification. So a fiber is derived from natural source, means it is a natural fiber. A fiber is derived from chemicals or petroleum byproducts, means it's a man-made fibers. And here also the natural fibers are subdivided into several classification. First one is animal. A fiber which is derived from animal source, from animals, then the fiber is called natural animal fibers. The example is silk, wool and hair fibers. And mineral fiber is one of the category. It is natural mineral fiber. The example is asbestos. The very most important category is cellulosic fibers. Here the cellulosic fibers are subdivided into bast fiber, leaf fiber, seed fiber, fruit fiber and grass fibers. The bast fiber, the example is jute. The natural bast cellulosic fiber is jute. The leaf fiber, sisal fiber or banana fiber. Banana is the leaf fiber, cellulosic natural fiber. Seed fiber, the fibers are derived from seeds, natural seeds. The example is cotton fiber. Cotton is a natural cellulosic seed fiber. Next, fruit fibers. Coir fiber is a fruit fiber. Then grass fiber, bamboo is a natural grass fibers. So the natural fibers have more varieties. So the natural fiber having animal source, plant source and mineral source. In animal source, silk, wool, hair fibers are example. For mineral source, asbestos is the best example. For cellulosic source, for bast fiber, jute is the example. For leaf category, bamboo is the example. For seed category, cotton is the example. For fruit category, coir is the example. For grass, bamboo is the best example. These are all the natural fibers normally we are using in textile field. In man-made fibers category, we can divide into two categories: organic fiber, inorganic fiber. The organic fiber best example is Kevlar. Aramide fiber is a Kevlar. The inorganic fiber best example is glass fiber. Glass, carbon, these are all the inorganic fibers. So the fibers are classified into natural fiber and man-made fibers. So natural fiber also having some subcategory, man-made fiber also having some subcategories. So other than this, the next category of fiber is also available is the semi-synthetic fibers. So other than natural and man-made fiber, we can also classify the fibers into third category is a semi-synthetic fibers. What is semi-synthetic? Here the fiber origin is derived from natural source. The production method of fiber is by using chemicals. Is a semi-synthetic fiber or regenerated fibers. The example for semi-synthetic or regenerated fibers is viscose rayon. It's a semi-synthetic fiber. So the classification of textile fiber includes natural fiber, man-made fibers and semi-synthetic fibers. In natural fibers, animal, mineral, cellulose. Man-made fiber, organic and inorganic. That's all about the classification of fibers. Okay. Here, what are vegetable fibers? Vegetable fibers are cellulosic fibers. Normally these fibers are derived from plant, so these fibers are called cellulosic fibers. The cellulose is the basic element present in the vegetable fibers. Cellulose is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These fibers are normally having the property of low resiliency, high density and a good conductor of heat. Now all the vegetable fibers or cellulose fibers are highly absorbent, highly absorb the moisture and it has very good resistance to temperature. Cotton, flax, jute, ramie are some of the examples of vegetable fibers, vegetable cellulosic fibers. Next category, animal fiber. The fibers are obtained from animals are called animal fibers. The other name for animal fiber is protein fibers, because the protein is the main element in the animal fiber. In natural fibers, natural plant fibers, cellulose is the basic material. Here animal fiber, protein is the basic element. Here the fiber contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Animal fibers have high resiliency and it is a bad conductor of heat. Mineral fibers, they are the inorganic materials. This is mainly used for fireproof fabrics. Asbestos is the example of mineral fibers. Mineral fibers are used for fireproof, resistance to acid, mainly for industrial purposes. So next topic, man-made fibers. What are man-made fibers? The man-made fibers are manufactured, artificially manufactured by man. So it is a man-made fibers by using chemicals. It has very good strength when compared to natural fibers, and the main drawback of man-made fiber is the moisture absorbency of man-made fiber is very less. The example of man-made fibers are polyester, nylon, etc. So far we covered the basics of textile fiber, staple fiber, filament, yarn and sewing thread. The next topic is classification of textile fibers. So we classify the textile fiber into natural fiber, man-made fiber and semi-synthetic fibers. Next topic is properties of textile fibers. So properties, what are the properties required for textile fiber? So the properties of textile fiber can be divided into two categories. The first one is essential properties, essential prime properties. Second one is desirable properties or secondary properties. What are the essential properties? Fiber length, fiber strength, fiber fineness, fiber flexibility. These are the essential properties. What are secondary properties or desirable properties? Uniformity, fiber luxure, fiber elongation, fiber elasticity, hygroscopic nature. These are all the desirable properties. Crimp also one of the desirable properties. Okay. So the fiber properties are classified into two types. First one is prime or essential properties. Second one is desirable properties. In the essential properties, the first prime one is fiber length. The fiber used for textile purpose must have a minimum length. Based upon the fiber length only, the rollers settings are carried out. If the fiber is having more variation, more length variation, or if the fiber is having less length, less than 5 mm, it is not possible to produce yarn. At least 1 inch fiber length is required. Less than 15 mm or 10 mm fiber is not suitable for making yarns. Because while passing into various machines from blow room to spinning, the fiber length is an important factor. If the fiber length is less, means it will create more problems. For example, nets creation, short fibers and hairiness problems. These are the problems occurring during yarn manufacturing because of short fibers. Next one is fiber length. Next one is fiber strength. Strength is a very essential quality of textile material. If the raw material strength is good, means we can expect the end part quality or yarn quality or the fabric quality is also good. Because while passing the fiber through various machine, some force is applied on the fiber. So the fiber should withstand the force applied on the fiber. While going for yarn production, the drafting process, one of the process which is used to give force to the fiber. If the fiber strength is very less, means it is very difficult to give draft. Next one is fineness. This is very essential quality required for a textile fiber. For fine fibers will give you fine yarns. If the fiber is coarse, definitely it will give you coarse fibers. Normally the 2.5 to 8 microner value is the cotton fiber fineness range. Next one is flexibility. The fibers must be pliable enough so that it will easily bend without any damage to produce yarn. The flexible factor, when a fiber is going through machine parts, the flexible factor is most important. The flexibility of fiber also helps while producing yarn. The cohesion of fibers while spinning into yarn is improved by the flexibility factor of the fibers. Next, desirable properties. Desirable properties. First one is fiber uniformity. Uniformity. The more uniform fiber, the more uniform will be the yarn. For example, thick and thin places present in the fiber definitely reflects in final product. Normally, the natural fibers are having more variations, more thick and thin places when compared to man-made fibers. Normally, man-made fibers are having uniform. Normally, man-made fibers are having more uniformity when compared to natural fibers. Next desirable property is luster. The luster or shine improves the appearance of a fiber. The silk is the natural lustrous fibers. All the man-made fibers are having at least minimum luster when compared to natural fibers. Next, elongation. When a fiber is pulled or stretched or applying load, shown a increasing length until it breaks. That property is called elongation property. Elongation property is required for a textile fiber because when force is applied, it should get minimum elongation. If the elongation is very less, means it easily break the fiber. The increasing in length while applying force is called elongation. Next, elasticity. Elasticity refers to the ability of a fiber to recover its original dimension. After applying force, the elongation happened. The elongated length, the extended length should recover its original shape. That property is called elasticity. For textile product, the elasticity is one of the prime factor. Next desirable property is absorbency. Absorbency is characteristics by which a fiber takes and holds water, chemicals and other liquids. Without absorbency, it is not possible to apply dyes on the textile materials. All the fibers should have at least minimum absorbency. Then only dyeing, finishing process are carried out easily. Next, hygroscopic nature. The hygroscopic nature is the capacity of fiber absorb moisture. Normally, natural fibers are generally having the hygroscopic property. Because of this only, the comfort properties of natural fibers are good when compared to synthetic fibers. If a fiber absorbs moisture from surroundings or atmosphere, will give you the comfortness. It is not possible by man-made fibers. So nowadays the man-made fibers are structurally modified. Structurally modified man-made fibers are used to increase the comfort properties of fibers. Next one is a crimp. Is one of the desirable properties. Crimp or waviness present in the fibers. Natural fibers, for example, cotton has natural crimp. This crimp is required for fiber to fiber cohesion while manufacturing into yarn. In man-made fibers, the natural crimp is not available. So, a technique or a process is added for man-made fibers to introduce artificial crimp. Texturization is the process for introducing crimp for man-made fibers. Then only the fiber to fiber friction is increased, so we can produce yarn. So the properties of textile fibers is divided into two categories: essential and desirable properties. Essential properties and desirable properties. Essential properties of the important properties are fiber length, strength, fineness. Here desirable properties, the examples are crimp, fiber uniformity, absorbency, hygroscopic nature, luster. These are all the desirable properties. So far we discussed three topics. The first topic covers the basic elements, basis of textiles. What is fiber? What is staple fiber? What is filament? What is yarn? What is sewing thread? The next topic was classification of textile fiber. We classify the fibers into natural fiber, man-made fibers and semi-synthetic fibers. Next topic is, third topic is properties of textile fiber. We classify the textile fiber properties into essential properties and desirable properties. In essential properties, we discussed about fiber length, strength, fineness. In desirable properties, crimp, hygroscopic nature, absorbency, luster and fiber uniformity. So, these properties are essential for a textile fiber for producing yarn. Without these properties, it is not possible to produce yarn.